Hello, homies, and welcome back to Me Merged Zekrom. So today we have something special that will lift you from your bed or chair, or some people who are watching from their toilet also. Yup, here we have some top Pokemon GBA Rom-Hacks. And, you know, Pokemon has always been about more than battles. It's about moments, that single quiet route where the music hits. Where the music kicks up with a bug and bug strikes. And that's where Rom-Hacks step in, crafted by fans who want to tell stories that Pokemon itself never dared to. Stories of loss, courage, betrayal, and destiny. So today, we're diving into 5 Pokemon GBA Rom-Hacks with the most powerful, emotional, and unforgettable storylines ever created. Grab your Pokeballs, your nostalgia, and maybe a tissue, because these ones hit. Before we jump into today's list, I want to show you something that genuinely caught my attention. A new monster-catching RPG that's starting to make serious waves in the community. It's called Elestrals Awakened, and it's the latest creation from the minds behind the Elestrals trading card game, brought to life by A-Drive and Shady Penguin. These two aren't just creating another RPG. They're building an entire world that's being shaped directly through their fans. The community has been involved from the very beginning, helping refine everything from gameplay mechanics to story concepts. And that's what makes this project so unique. Elestrals Awakened is set in a mythical world inspired by ancient Greek legends, where players will uncover the mysteries of the Titan War, explore ruined temples, and even challenge the gods themselves, including Zeus and Poseidon. What truly stands out is how alive the world feels. The 2.5D pixel art style looks handcrafted, and every area you explore tells its own story. When it comes to gameplay, Elestrals adds a refreshing twist. It blends classic turn-based battles with a new spirit point system, where health and energy share the same pool. The Kickstarter campaign for Elestrals Awakened is live right now, and the response has been massive. The community support has been incredible, proving how much passion there is behind his project. By backing the game, unlock exclusive in-game rewards, and even get the opportunity to become an NPC or caster inside the world itself. So, if you've been waiting for a monster-catching RPG that captures that nostalgic magic while introducing bold new ideas, check out Elestrals Awakened using the link in the description or the pinned comment below. Support it while the Kickstarter is still live, because once it's gone, those exclusive rewards won't be available again. Alright, now, let's get back to exploring the best Pokemon Rom-Hack storylines ever told. Pokemon Source is one of those rare hacks that pulls you in from its first minute and doesn't let you go. It's set in the Hoopest region, a world divided by a mysterious phenomenon called the Eclipse Event. The entire story revolves around two opposing energies, light and shadow, that are tearing the region apart, both literally and morally. You play as a young trainer unknowingly linked to these forces. As you travel across Hoopest, you're not just earning badges. You're uncovering fragments of a prophecy, hidden memories, and the truth about what really caused the eclipse. Your rival isn't just a cliché foil either. He's written like a mirror of yourself. Both of you walking different paths toward the same destiny. The story tackles heavy themes like emotional control, self-identity, and balance. There are cutscenes, visual effects, and music that make every key scene feel like an anime moment. By the final battle, it's not just about winning. It's about restoring balance to a world that's breaking under its own secrets. The fanbase on Reddit calls it one of the most cinematic Pokemon stories ever told. And they're right. Source proves that a Rom-Hack can be philosophical, emotional, and thrilling all at once. Pokemon Odyssey doesn't just tell a story, it builds a mythology. Set in an ancient-inspired world, the narrative draws from divine legends and lost civilizations. The region is shaped by the aftermath of an ancient war between gods and mortals. And you, the player, awaken as a part of a prophecy meant to rewrite history itself. From the very beginning, you're thrust into a world where faith and fate collide. Ruined temples whisper old names. NPCs tell stories that actually connect to the main plot, and mysterious artifacts reveal glimpses of the forgotten world. What really makes Odyssey shine is how its story is delivered not through long dialogue, but through environmental storytelling. You'll find hidden lore in murals, puzzle chambers, and even background art that quietly hints at the bigger picture. As you progress, you uncover truths about divine beings who once ruled the land, and choices you make in key moments determine which legacy you leave behind. The emotional tone of the story is heavy. It's reflective, spiritual, and at times hauntingly quiet. It's that feeling of the journey means more than the destination. Players often say, Odyssey feels like reading a fantasy novel wrapped in a Pokemon game. And for good reason. It's not just about catching Pokemon, it's about discovering who you are in a world that forgot its own gods. You can't talk about story without mentioning Adventure Red Chapter. It's literally Pokemon storytelling perfected. Adapted straight from the Pokemon Adventures manga, this hack captures the emotional highs and lows of Red's journey. The real one, not the cartoon version we grew up with. You play through the story of Red, a passionate, flawed, and incredibly human protagonist. The writing captures his growth. From a naive trainer chasing glory to a legend who learns about sacrifice, love, and the weight of his actions. Moments like Blue's betrayal, the Lavender Town tragedy, and Mewtwo's origin are portrayed with heart and intensity rarely seen in any Pokemon game. What makes it stand out is how the world reacts to your story. People remember your victories and mistakes. You form bonds with characters that evolve just like Pokemon themselves. Every chapter is loaded with emotion, from heartwarming reunions to gut-punch losses, all tied together with unique episodes that mirror the manga's arcs. The sprite work, soundtrack, and pacing make it feel like an emotional roller coaster. Fans have called it the definitive Pokemon story, and honestly, they're not wrong. Adventure Red Chapter is storytelling that reminds us why Pokemon mattered so much in the first place. If Source is emotion and Odyssey is myth, Gaia is mystery. Set in the breathtaking Orbtus region, Gaia feels like an archaeological adventure where every rock hides a secret. You start as an ordinary trainer, but quickly become involved in a plot surrounding ancient ruins, long-forgotten civilizations, and an organization seeking to awaken a dormant power buried beneath the earth. What sets Gaia apart is its world-building. Everything, from the architecture of towns to the lore of the temples, tells part of a larger story. The dialogue is subtle but meaningful. Every NPC feels like they belong to a living world, and the pacing keeps you hooked from start to finish. As you uncover relics, solve puzzles, and face the Rising Dawn cult, The narrative slowly ties everything together. You start to realize that the ruins you've been exploring are more than landmarks. They're evidence of humanity's forgotten mistakes. By the finale, you're not just saving the region. You're finishing a story written thousands of years before you were born. Fans call Gaia Pokemon's Indiana Jones, and that's exactly what it feels like. Equal parts mystery, lore, and wonder. Even years later, Gaia's story remains one of the most replayed and respected in the Rom-Hack world. And here we are, the king of storytelling in Pokemon Rom-Hacks. Unbound got set in the Boreas region. Unbound doesn't just give you a world, it gives you a living, breathing universe filled with people, politics, tragedy, and purpose. The story begins with a simple setup. A villainous group called the Shadows is on a mission to unleash an ancient weapon of destruction. But from there, everything escalates. You get themes of redemption, power, betrayal, and moral ambiguity woven into every arc. Even side quests have emotional weight. A lost Pokemon, a fading friendship, a hero trying to forgive himself. Unbound's greatest achievement is how it balances epic scope with personal stakes. Every NPC has believable dialogue. Your choices feel meaningful, and the pacing shifts seamlessly between high-intensity battles and quiet, story-driven exploration. It's like a Pokemon RPG masterpiece, where you're not just the hero, you're the heart of the story. By the final act, it's not about catching Pokemon, it's about understanding what power truly means and how much you're willing to risk to save what's left of the world. It's no surprise that players call it the greatest ROM hack ever made, because narratively, it is. Unbound is the moment when Pokemon storytelling reached its true potential. So, there you have it, 5 Pokemon ROM hacks that didn't just tell stories, they created worlds. Each one is proof that fans, when driven by love and creativity, can rival even official game studios in storytelling. If you've played any of these, drop your favorite moment in the comments. Was it the Eclipse Prophecy from Source, Red's Heartbreak and Adventure Red chapter, or that emotional final battle in Unbound? This is Merged Zekrom signing off, reminding you that sometimes the best stories aren't made by studios, they're made by fans who still believe.